Hey guys, so my name is Jessica. I am the creator of OT Genius. For those of you who don't know, OT Genius is a platform to provide pre-occupational therapy students or those interested in occupational therapy as a possible profession with the resources, guidance, and mentorship necessary to dominate the occupational therapy school application game. We are here for you. Just to update you on a few of the things that OT Genius has been doing. We have been reviewing personal statements. We've been doing mock interviews with people that are already getting closer to their OT school interview dates, and they've already made it that far in the application process. We also have interviewed Bill Wong, who is an occupational therapist. He has his doctorate from USC, and he was diagnosed with autism during his OT school years, and he shared about how he overcame many obstacles during OT and what his experience is like as an OT with autism. And then we also have interviewed my friend Chrissy Bertrand, and where we talked about the differences between master's and doctoral level programs, post-professional and entry level. And so if that's a question that you have, go ahead, find us on Facebook. All the videos that we've made are on the announcement side in our group. So we have a group that has recently been made public. I had it private and I would have to approve the members, but it has now officially been made public. So you can just go ahead and find us on Facebook and join the group, and you can get the content there. And then, we've also talked about building one another up in the OT community, and what does that mean for the admissions process and what value you add to the program. So that's what we've been doing so far these past few weeks since we got started. I'm really excited about where this can head. I just wanted to take this time to make this video to answer so far the most popular question I've gotten asked, and that is, what is the right major for pre-occupational therapy students? And I would say that if you're going to go the traditional route, most pre-occupational therapy students take the psychology route, recreational therapy route, sociology, even biology, kind of rare, but still. But definitely psychology seems to be the most popular. Kinesiology, exercise science, those seem to be pretty popular. Now, I wanted to talk to you guys about 5 non-traditional majors that are gonna help you succeed as an OT. So this is for my pre-OTs deciding on a major, more specifically. Okay, if you are a pre-OT, I beg you to consider one of these 5 options, because first off, it's gonna have you stand out, and it's gonna make you successful as a occupational therapist. So here is the list. Number 1, I think one of the most useful majors that an occupational therapist can have is a Spanish major. I'm personally bilingual, so I personally would have not majored in it, but I just think it's so critical to be able to speak 2 languages, because I, for one, especially here in Miami, Florida, can attest to the fact that I probably would not have the jobs that I have today. I work in a few settings, PRN or per diem, and I would not have these jobs if I could not communicate in Spanish, so I think that it's very important to major in Spanish, because it's going to be such a huge asset to you and a skill that is going to be very useful in the clinic and beyond. And also, I think it goes without saying that the Latino and Hispanic population is growing a lot in our country. So I think it's a good one to consider, because it's going to open a lot of doors for you. Another good major to have, aside from Spanish or any other language really, is also marketing or advertising. So that having those skills and knowing how to market and advertise is so critical as an occupational therapist, because with digital media becoming more and more prevalent and social media, just taking such a handle on our society nowadays. You need to know about digital marketing. You need to know how to market and how to get people to come to your clinic. How are you going to add value to your employer's clinic if you're an employee? And if you're going to be an employer and go the entrepreneurial route, how are you going to bring clients in? As an employee, you need patients to go in, because if patients are not going in, you're not going to have a job. So people need to be going in, and you need to show that to your employers that, look, I have a certain set of skills that is going to bring people in, and I know where to find them. I know how to get them here. And marketing and advertising, you say that you can do that. And for some employers that are wanting to grow and expand their business, they'll take you over somebody that has the same skills but doesn't know how to market and sell, because then that means that their business is going to stay the same. So you need to advocate for yourself, especially if you're going to major in something like digital media, like marketing and advertising, to show that your set of skills is actually going to benefit them. But it's a great skill to have, and you can go into business for yourself. With that said, another good major to have is entrepreneurship. If I'm not mistaken, this major itself is not offered in a lot of universities, but it's still a great one to have, because it's going to teach you how to be an entrepreneur and have a certain mindset that is going to lead you to have a lot of success as an occupational therapist. And I can tell you, that entrepreneurship is probably the way to go nowadays as an OT or even PT, really, because with the way that the economy is right now, a typical 9-to-5 job may just not cut it. Tuition is rising, and it has tripled since the 1990s. The housing market has definitely increased and has tripled as well. The prices of cars back in the 90s, you could buy a 1992 Toyota Corolla, brand new that same year, a car of that year, for $9,000. Today, this is being filmed in 2018, December of 2018, and as of these 2019 cars are costing about $30,000. So we're talking about that these cars have also doubled in price. So really, everything is increasing, yet salaries for not just OT and PT, but many people is staying the same. So entrepreneurship is such a great major to have for you to just learn how to run a business for yourself. And it'll teach you certain things that can be very useful as an OT who is looking to open his or her own clinic. Now, another good major to have is also anything in the arts, anything in the arts. So art itself, photography, digital media, and culinary arts. That is so, so crucial, because our roots as OTs, we were founded on arts and crafts. So where my mind goes is the possibilities of what you can do as a culinary arts person, or somebody who's majored in art, painting, photography, is astonishing. You can basically help people, re-engage in these occupations, because please remember, occupational therapy is more than, getting someone in your clinic and increasing their range of their wrist extension from 30 to 60. It's more than that. Are they engaging in meaningful occupation? And if you major in the arts, the groups that you can do, the things that you can do with that. Oh my goodness. You know where my mind goes? As somebody that maybe, let's say, majored in culinary arts, running cooking groups and meal prep groups for people who have had a wrist amputation, above wrist amputation, and helping them engage in cooking again. What? Like, that's amazing. The things that you can do, like you helping people with cerebral palsy that don't have the tone necessary to paint, and maybe you can, help them find a new skill that they didn't even know that they had. That's what occupational therapy is about. So that's why I think the arts, you know, is so important. I actually saw a video today, you know, of a guy, 4 fingers only. We have 10. This guy only had 4. Okay, 4, and he was playing the piano so beautifully. Like, imagine, I'm sure that, you know, like, I don't know if an occupational therapist helped him, but that's what you can do. You know, if you're an occupational therapist that has a passion for piano, like, you can help people like that. You know, like, that's what it's about. And so my biggest suggestion is to follow your, you know, your passions, and get to know yourself better and what skill sets you have. And as you engage in these passions and follow these passions, great things are going to happen with the profession. But I think that majoring in the arts too is a phenomenal way to go as an OT. And on top of that, you know, if you're going like arts and crafts and stuff like that, it comes very useful in pediatrics. So that's another one. And another one that I think would be very useful is even theology. We are, as OTs, very interested in the whole person. And so that includes mind, body, and soul. And if you major in theology, it could actually even help you learn about different religions to better engage with people with various points of views in life, and can even help you gain the skill sets that you as a therapist can use to help someone cope, maybe after a traumatic event such as a car accident or stroke, and them not being able to engage in their prior occupations. So there is, you know, a spiritual side, I guess you could say, to even OT. So theology is also a great major to consider if that's something that interests you. And so I think that those are my top 5. And I think that you should highly consider those if you're looking into OT. You can also go the traditional route. But if you like what I had to say about these 5 majors, please comment down below if you have any objections or any questions, and I will respond. Please also subscribe or like if you like what I had to say in regards to this. And if you have not done so already, go find us on Facebook. There is tons of more content, as I already alluded to on the beginning of this video, and a lot of the stuff that we're doing is on our Facebook and Instagram as well. Our Facebook is @OTGenius. Our Instagram is @OTGenius_. So I hope you guys are having a great day, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.